Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back with another weekly energy video for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Now, this week I'm very excited about because one, today it's New Year's Eve, so that means tomorrow we are stepping into 2020. Not only is this the beginning of a new year, which is a blank slate of potential energy, we are walking into a new decade, which is a blank slate of potential energy of the cycles that you want to carry out and kind of complete over the next 10 years. Now, the goal, the objective obviously is to leave the toxic cycles that you've been holding out for the last 10 years and not carry them over to the next 10 years. We are looking to create new cycles since we are in a fresh new energy. Okay? And I'm very excited about this because we have all of this energy to shape and mold. Obviously, we have to work with what is given to us, but the universe always is giving to us what it is that we need to do to cultivate, to use, to manifest what it is that we want to manifest. We have to just look at the good qualities and the bad qualities and work with the cards that we are dealt. Okay, so we're looking at this, all of this potential energy to shape and mold to create what it is that we want to create over the next year and over the next 10 years. This is the seeds that are being planted. Okay, now when I look at the energy of this week, I am seeing and feeling this energy of new perspectives and kind of this old illusion kind of falling away and changing. You may resonate with things that you didn't resonate with before. You may not be resonating with things that you did resonate with before. Your perception is changing. The way you're seeing things are changing. Okay. Now, when we get into the cards, what I see for where this energy is going to affect us the most, we have the Fool card and we have the Eight of Earth. And this Fool card is exactly what I'm talking about in potential energy, because if you notice in the Fool, he carries the number 0. And the number 0 is essentially a circle. And this is talking about the potential energy, the start of the energy before it's planted, before it is turned into something. It's something that needs to be shaped into. Okay, it's energy that needs to be shaped into something. So this is maybe the initial thought, the initial idea, but no action is really being taken. Okay, this is essentially the Fool. So we're looking at these new, fresh opportunities, these new, fresh pathways. This could be changing your diet and going down a healthier pathway as far as the food that you eat, or exercise, or healthcare regimen, health, like skincare regimen, whatever it is that you're doing. Because when we're in this time of year and we're at this at the beginning of the year, a lot of us often make New Year resolutions to change the things that we're doing and essentially make better habits for the next year. And this is because we are approaching the month of number 1. This is, again, those seeds that have been planted that are starting to water and grow, and what it is that you're trying to do. And that's why we are all pulled to kind of scratch things out that aren't working and try to bring in some things that are working to make our lives healthier, to be a better person, whatever the case is for you. Whatever it is that you're doing, you might be looking at starting school because you want to like go farther in your career or start a career, whatever it is. Okay, so whatever the energy of the Fool is, whatever pathway you're looking to go down for this new year and the things that you want to start for this new year, we have to have a high level of dedication to work at it and build at it, because not everything comes easy. And when we are looking to incorporate new habits and new things, it's easy to fall off because they are brand new. They're not that's not routine. That's something that's cemented into your head. So you have to have this high level of dedication and motivation to keep working at it. If you fall off, then you get back to the square that you need to be on, and you are like continuing to work and you're continuing to mold. Especially when I'm talking about molding this energy, if you can really look, he's working with pottery. What are you doing when you're working with pottery and making pots? You're taking clay, you're molding it, you put it into like this fire thing, and then it creates that shape, that bowl, that basin, whatever it is that you're creating with this pottery. So we're molding it, but we're working at it to make it perfect, to make it what it is that we want. So there has to be this high level of dedication, because of the fact that we're working with potential energy. It hasn't really fixed or latched onto anything yet. So it's new, it's fresh, it's like little baby energy. Just like when we're teaching babies and toddlers, we have to teach them, we have to mold them on how to be people, how to be children, how to act. So it's the same thing. We're having to mold this energy. We're working with this energy. And I think like this card coming out with the pottery is like literally the best because we are working it. We're kneading that clay. We're like molding it into what it is that we want, what it is that we essentially want it to look like. But you guys have to understand that you're in the molding process. So when you have this potential energy, it's not going to automatically look like what it is that you want it to look like because you're molding it, you're shaping it, you're building it for you. Because if it was already what you wanted to look like, then it's not essentially something that you have built, that you made for you, that is yours specifically for you. Okay. Now, how this energy is going to affect us mentally, we have the Two of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Earth. And what I'm seeing within this is a great need to, one, be balanced, but to really stay on top of things and get things done, make sure that your energy is high, and like the level of not procrastinating, okay, is really like not procrastinating, just going forward, doing what needs to be done, trying to stay balanced. But within this, there's such this high level of motivation that I kind of see you like digging your feet in and like to get like leverage to be able to push off and shoot forward. And the problem that I'm seeing within this is that it's going to kind of waver in with your balance, or you may think that you're being balanced, but you're actually rushing and charging, which can create more destruction than it is going to bring good, because you're not really paying attention to the other things that are going on. You may be being balanced in what you're trying to bring in or what it is that you're trying to achieve, but you're not being balanced. You run the risk of not being balanced as a whole. So we kind of have to come to this place where we're actually checking ourselves and making sure that we are balanced. And yes, we're using our motivation in a constructive way and not just like destroying things on the way. And it's not like that you mean to, it's that you have like, so it's almost like a tornado. Okay, so a tornado has, like, if you think of a tornado having like a destination, an end point, and the tornado is only trying to get to that end point, and all of the destruction that happens in its way, because all it's focused on is getting to its end point. So it's cutting through all of these things and it's destroying all of this stuff. It may not mean to, but it's just essentially trying to get to its endpoint. So make sure that you are balanced within everything that you're doing, not just what you're trying to initially focus on. Because of this high level of motivation, like I said, you do run the risk of kind of just like being a tornado. Okay. Now, when we get into the energy of how is this energy going to affect us emotionally, we have the Hermit and the Three of Earth. Okay, so we kind of see the energy of kind of looking at like lighting up, illuminating your path, seeing what it is that you want to achieve. Okay, for you, for your soul level, like your soul purpose, what it is that you're trying to do. Once it is that you find like what you have, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to bring in, you've kind of shined this light over your road, over your path that you're on, and seeing what it is that you want to bring in, and you're kind of shedding light on this. After we do this, okay, after we're feeling pulled to do this, we're also in the energy of kind of working with others in a way, because there may be some things that others have that you need, but it's like reciprocal, but you have something that they need. It's almost like finding like a little like team or pack that is on the same mission as you. So you're kind of I feel like you're kind of trying to see where it is that you're going and seeking like-minded connections beyond that. So they might be able to help you achieve higher and you might be able to help them achieve higher because you're all kind of in the same grouping doing the same type of things. That's not saying in any shape, way, or form that people that aren't like doing what you're doing, that they're not supposed to be a part of your life, because that's not it. It's just that you are more so being pulled to like-minded people that are on your path, on your road, that you guys can help each other in a sense, okay? And you're kind of feeling pulled to this in an emotional sense, all right? Now, how the energy, or how we need to best work with this energy, we have the Ace of Cups and Shango. And what I'm getting within this is that it's that there is a refresh in energy itself. Like I said before, we were coming to this blank slate of new potential energy. And the Ace of Cups is, that's what that's signifying, is this, you know, new emotion, like emotional renewing energy. And we see this as it being, that being the justice, okay? That things are going to not so much balance themselves out, but what I'm seeing within this is this refreshing energy, this blank slate is the justice, is things balancing out, because it is this blank slate of potential energy that you get to create, that you get to pick and choose. What are your boundaries looking like? What are you saying yes to? What are you saying no to? What kind of balance are you bringing in for your peace, for your this renewed energy for you? What does that look like for you? Because this fresh slate of energy is the justice that's coming in for you. And then you get to then decide what it is that you do with this fresh energy, this fresh slate energy, and begin to mold it from there. So like I said, again, this fresh energy is the justice that you have been looking for, because it is this blank slate, okay? Now, how we get, or the conclusion cards that we get the Two of Wands and the Four of Fire. And this is essentially saying that you have all of this motivation, and you may have an idea of what it is that you want to incorporate into this year. But a lot of that, I feel like, is little stuff, like not to say that it is in not, or like little or small. I guess the word maybe more so is common, like changing the food you eat, and you know, making sure that you're washing your face every single night, and you're using moisturizer on your face so you don't get wrinkles and stuff, or you know, whatever it is. But I'm really feeling that you need to stop and look. Like when I see the Two of Wands, this guy, he has the world in his hands, and he is at a point where he's looking out and he's deciding what it is that he's going to do with all of this potential energy. What is it that he is going to what it is that he's passionate about, what it is that he wants to bring in that makes him feel good, that will make him happy, that will make him proud, that will put him in a place of celebration and being able to give thanks and being, you know, happy and victorious, okay, and achieving this. He's looking out and seeing what it is that he wants and what it is that he wants to his core. Now, being healthier might be a part of that, you know, making sure that you're washing your face, and because it's kind of oily and it's always shiny and you want to kind of get rid of that, whatever, you know, whatever it is, that's all a part of it. But what is it that makes you feel good, that is going to be passionate for you? Like, you have the world in your hands, you're starting at a fresh slate. What is it that you want to do with this year? What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to do? Figure that out. And it might change, you know what I mean? It might change, or things might get tweaked along the way, but what is it that you want to bring in? What is it that you really want to do with this time, this 365 days? Just focusing on this 1 year portion of the next 10 years. What is it that you want to bring in? And then work on that every day until you get to this point of success and being able to celebrate and giving thanks. Okay? Now, when I pulled some supporting cards as well, and we get manifestation, passion, candles, which is magic, and fulfillment. And this is literally what I was just speaking of when talking about the Two of Wands and the Four of Fire. Okay, we are looking at manifestation as what it is that you are trying to manifest, what it is that you are trying to bring in. We are looking at connecting that manifestation, that intention of what you want to bring in with passion and what it is that you love, and connecting those energies. Okay, that is what makes the magic. That is what makes the magic of your intention so pure, so potent that the universe is reciprocating that back to you. Whether you are doing magic or you are literally just stating, this is what I want and I'm passionately connected to that, so I'm going to act on this. However, you're doing what it is that you are doing, that is what is essentially bringing the magic for creation, is your will, your want to manifest what it is that you want to manifest in your life, and the passion connected to it. That's why we see the Two of Wands here, because the wand suit indicates passion. Okay, it's indicating fire energy. All right, and that is literally what fire and passion is talking about here. But we see this all for fulfillment, to be able to bring together what it is that you're trying to create and be fulfilled and be happy and essentially live in a cycle that you want to be living in, instead of, oh, this is how my life is and it sucks and I'm done and I hate it here. Start working on how you want your life to look, because we are looking at this new cycle. We're looking at this new year, and things might not be how you want them to look right now, but that's why we're working on them every day. So when we're in 6 months, we can reflect on how much things have changed in the past 6 months since you decided to actually give it a shot, to actually live a life how you want to live, to actually cut out people that don't need to be there, that are toxic, to actually leave a bad toxic job situation after you found one that is better suiting for you. How much you've accomplished in your schoolwork, and how much closer you are to that semester finishing or that graduation date or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, reflect in 6 months on how much things have changed, because you're actually working towards being happier and being better, being easier on yourself, loving yourself more, treating yourself with respect, treating your skin, your body as it should be treated, whatever it is that you're trying to bring in to this new cycle, this new energy, that you are dedicated within this, and decide that you aren't going to fall off or slip off like so many of us do, and actually work on this, on your what you want to manifest, and keeping the passion there. Okay, now this is what I'm really seeing for this week, for the energy that we are in and how we should work with this energy for our best benefit. I hope that everybody got the information that they need and the clarity that they need. If you feel that you need a reading specifically for yourself, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'd love to work with you. Everybody have a great day.